Pickaxe.
Hello, ho, 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 and welcome to YOMP. Rolling music. Hello, yes, this is a very Christmassy episode of YOMP. This is our third Christmas special, or holiday special. YOMP, of course, is an acronym. It's Ye Old Movie Podcast. It's a movie discussion podcast, probably the only one on the internet. I haven't really checked. I am Simon the Honeydew Man Lane, the Diggy Man, and I am joined by the especially fragrant, smells like cinnamon and oranges, G-Star Games.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's special episode of YOMP, where we are watching movies, specifically Christmas movies. I don't know how you'll feel about this one today, but we'll see.
Very Christmassy movie, G.
Oh! Who's that? Who's that? Who's talking?
I don't know. It's Santa.
Oh, Santa.
Shatter. Hiya, it's me, so. Alright, G didn't actually introduce me, but it's me,
No,
Boof.
she didn't.
Or Sophie. It's fine. We're it's Simon's podcast. We can do whatever we want. And it's Christmas, and therefore I am joined by the most Christmassy human being known to man. The candy cane of the Yogscast. The sweet little orange in my stocking. The angel on top of my tree. It's Lewis.
Oh, Boof slash Sophie. Never sure what to say, how to do that. G-Star Games, thank you. Simon. Hello,
Lewis.
Simon.
So
Hello.
Lewis has just gone back from a holiday. He arrived back yesterday.
I did.
Yesterday evening.
Very
Thought
late.
about that. Tarara boom da. Lewis went on holiday. He came back yesterday. Oh, I missed out a line.
He has been away,
Oh.
but now he's back to slay.
Oh!
Yes,
Nice
welcome.
one.
I went on holiday with your mother.
You, the listener, you went on holiday with your mother.
Your
God.
mother, Sophie slash Boof, who
Yeah.
I referred to as interchangeably as Boof slash Sophie throughout the trip, talking to your mother about you. She had many stories about you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, was showing me pictures of you as a baby.
Why the fuck does she take them on holiday with her?
I don't know what's wrong with your mother. She's brilliant though. My God, there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of. I feel like Boof and Ozzy's mother has been hyped up to me over the years and said, "Oh, she's amazing. You love her. She's so funny." And I'm like, "What? You're just
Surely
no." But
not.
actually, she delivered on all of the promises. She's a very enjoyable woman to spend a week with on
Oh my
holiday.
God.
Jesus Christ.
She's a very enjoyable woman to spend the
A
past
week with.
34 years with. I'll tell you that much as well.
She's just constantly getting herself into incredibly embarrassing scrapes and
Yeah.
situations.
What?
She's fallen over.
Oh.
She fell over
lost a
this
croissant.
holiday.
She fell over at breakfast and lost
The
a croissant.
classic story is actually it's really tragic. She'd been at this work event where they'd given her, she'd pay £1 for a tea and a biscuit, and she went out into the parking lot, and actually she fell over pretty badly and broke her biscuit. That's right. That's the classic fucking thing that she will say to everyone.
Wait, broke her biscuit?
She broke
Yeah.
her biscuit. Yeah.
It's really sad, isn't it?
Previously, she fell over and burst her sachet of vinegar.
Yeah, and her
I thought biscuit was a euphemism for
handbag.
something.
handbag smelled like vinegar for a really long time as well.
Oh.
She's also fallen over and popped a packet of crisps, which she was really
Yes.
sad about.
She popped her packet, but don't worry, they just popped that back in. So at the hospital,
Yeah.
that wasn't a problem. Yeah,
I thought you were going to
haven't
say
got time.
the true tragic story because she fell off some roller skates and hit her head so badly
I mean,
she lost the
that's the
sense
one-
of smell.
That's the one that is.
Oh, Jesus.
She still hasn't got it back, I think.
That's a great story.
It's fab. It's so good. I mean, I laughed.
Should I tell you something that happened on holiday?
Please, I would love that.
So I don't know. I'll just briefly, because we're walking along player
This
des
isn't-
English, right?
Just,
What, this
just,
isn't
just a little. I
this
just
is a
need to
movie
make a
podcast.
note.
Sorry.
I just need to.
This is
it's
your
okay,
podcast.
Lewis.
Do I have permission?
Lewis, you're doing fucking fantastic, Lewis. I just wanted to make an audio note for people listening. This isn't a bit. This is not a joke. Lewis did actually go on holiday with Sophie's mother.
Yes.
This isn't a joke.
And
my
Sophie's
sister.
sister. And Sophie's sister's partner. So, mostly it was me and him hanging out. The boys and the girls. It actually worked pretty well. It was actually a pretty good dynamic.
Good job I didn't turn up, isn't it? It's a good job I didn't go with you.
You would have thrown the boat to one side and we would have all gone overboard. I mean, it was already tilting badly.
It was tilting badly from the amount of alcohol imbibed by my mother and my sister.
Oh my God. I got to the airport at like 7 a.m. and they'd already had a pint each. They were on their second pint at 7
Holy
in the
shit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They were like, would you like a pint? Pretty much like that was a running thing throughout the holiday. We would go anywhere and have 4 pints and then one of them would drink my pint.
Oh,
Because I was not able to keep up with them at all.
my mum
anyway,
kept ordering you alcohol to drink for
and
herself.
then drinking it.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're at this like Playa des English. It's like English beach. It's like Blackpool, but 10 times worse. It's got fucking kebab shops. Do you know what I mean? And tat shops and Nigerian tat sellers on the front. Trying to hard sell you some bracelet, right? Anyway, your mother sees one of them and suddenly turns to me and is like, "It's a chicken nugget man. It's a chicken nugget man over there." And so he's walking away, and I'm like, the chicken nugget man. Anyway, your mother runs off after this tat seller, right? And no one has ever done this before. Like she's waving at him, she's trying to flag him down. He's looking behind him. He's like, what? She actually wants me. Like for the first time ever, one of these men selling tat doesn't have to, grift it on you, right? So she gets to him and she's like, "You're the chicken nugget man. Sing for me. Sing me the song." It's like, what? She's got a bit scouse. She's not scouse.
She's not scouse at all.
And so she's like, suddenly the tables have turned. Normally you have to sort of fight these guys off, but she's like making him feel awkward for the first time ever.
was he selling chicken nuggets?
No,
or-
he was wearing a Christmas hat, with some Christmas glasses, a Christmas like antlers, and he's selling Christmas tat. Right?
I do actually know
Right.
who the chicken nugget man is.
Now there is
Oh my
there is a tat seller on a different island, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Who is the chicken nugget man? And he sings a song, but this was not the same man. He was just very confused and not really involved. Anyway, after 5 minutes of haranguing this poor man in the middle of the street, it's almost like, how those scam YouTubers, like anti-scammer, they waste the scammer's time. That's what your
Yeah.
mother was doing, except with my time and this man's time. And so finally she sort of says, "If I buy something, would you sing a song for me?" She's got all scouse. I don't know why. And so then he sort of agrees to this, and she then drops her bag on the floor, purse and everything spills out. It's just like everything is going wrong. I was like almost had an out of body experience because I felt
Disassociating.
I was detached from my body. I was like watching this happen. I was like, what is going on? It's the maddest thing I've ever seen. And so yeah, like I just sort of spectated. But your sister and her partner, who I kind of knew this sort of thing was normal, and had just kind of gone off to do their own thing and just let her alone. But I stupidly followed her because I thought someone needs to look after this woman. She's already fallen over twice this holiday, But she landed on her boob the first time, and apparently that was a cushioned the blow.
Just bounced back up and she was standing again.
Anyway, I feel like I should stop talking. But I had a
No, I
wonderful
love
time
it.
with your mother. She's brilliant.
She
Oh my
actually
God.
phoned me to tell me about that story as well. And I
Oh
was
my
going,
God.
who the
It
fuck is the
it was
chicken nugget
so
man?
good. She was just so happy with the idea
Oh,
that she
yeah.
was meeting him.
She's
And-
always
and
happy.
He looks nothing like the guy that we stopped either. Not even like close.
The thing is,
Oh
we
my
both
God.
have face blindness. Like, so she sees a man covered in, like, with a hat and glasses and all this crap, and she's on one of the the Canary Islands, and she thinks, "Oh my God, it's that man. It is that man." And she's done it so many times with various people, with like, "That's that person," and they just look confused at her.
She's wonderful, though. I mean, she was just an absolute roller coaster of laughs. I've got to admit.
Pretty.
I don't know. I
great.
do know where you get it. She's kind of a blend of the both of you because she's got the old movie references and the kind of like sassy drinking, like heavy drinking kind of, you know.
Yeah, she does. That's where Rosie gets the boozer gene from. And I actually, I get the teetotal gene from her mother, who had to go through it with my granddad. So my granddad was also very good at drinking. My grandma was really mad at him for it. And I'm the one that has taken her role. But there's always fucking something.
She
with
constantly says things that are a bit weird. Like one thing she said to me was that like, "Oh, cures everything, doesn't it, the sun? Well, except skin cancer."
Oh my God! Oh my God!
She comes out with these fucking one-liners.
Just casually dropping these brilliant one-liners like all the time.
It's true though. You need the vitamin D. However, too much of it can cause skin cancer.
Did you talk to her about? Did you talk to her about any conspiracy theories?
Oh my God!
Yeah. Well, yeah, like the Paul McCartney being dead one.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's her favourite.
I think that's her favourite.
Loads of these. Avril Lavigne's. There was that one about her dying, wasn't there, for a bit?
Yeah.
Being replaced because they were worried that all the teens in the 2000s would kill themselves if Avril Lavigne had died or whatever. You know, like everyone just assumed that was a good enough reason to replace her with another person. Yeah, very believable. Anyway,
did she talk about the lizard people?
Well, I think she's not around. Thing is, Simon, she's a little bit like.
She's a bit like a 5-year-old. Like you can't actually.
If I say something stupid, Simon will call me on it immediately and be like, "No, what do you mean? What do you mean there?" Or the other way round. But as a result, it meant that anytime she was sort of on guard to say two stupid things, but then once, well, I always caught her saying them anyway and called her up on it because I think it's normally people just tune her out, but because I was sort of listening to her. Whenever she said something really stupid, I was like, what do you mean? And then we'd end up in this mental conversation.
You might actually be like influencing her. She might change her mind because of these conversations you had.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think so. I used to try. I tried my best in my teens to stop her from fucking embarrassing me. And did it fucking stop her?
They have. She was saying that she has all these, like she keeps being referred to a, diversity training or whatever at work. Like she's doing more training on like trying to, because she can't remember how to.
What the right words are to use.
Yeah.
Oh, she has said some stuff. Did she tell you what she said, Lewis?
Well, she's trying her best. She's got a good heart.
Are we allowed to?
No, you're not allowed to say it. We don't want to go into it, but I was wondering if she'd said what.
She's of the
a certain generation.
Yeah, and so but she's doing her best. God bless her.
She's trying.
Her heart's in the right place. It just doesn't go in. I think
She's got a mind on bigger things, more spiritual matters, such as the
she's
chicken
watching
nugget man.
Fucking chicken nugget man on TikTok.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
She's that classic sort of like late boomer generation. I think. Well, she's Gen X, I guess, but she's
what?
Well, she's like 50
I know
odd.
She's Gen X.
She's 50 odd. She's
in late 50s.
Yeah, and I have the best stories. She's one of my best friends in the whole world because she's fun.
It was almost like, people have been talking about this thing and I was ready to be disappointed. But no, I was actually excited. Unlike the movie that we're supposed to be talking about.
Oh, good
today.
Segue.
Wow. We're finally going to talk about a movie.
Well.
Oh my God.
Do we
have to?
We can for a little bit and then we can just sort of like veer off into obscurity.
Talking about Lady.
Yeah, talk about Lady because she's so much fun. I have so many good stories about her.
We are talking about so last week the dice chose the film that we had to watch, and we did say beforehand, wouldn't it be great if Lewis got a bad film because I want him to be angry and it'll be funny. and Booth rolled the dice, and lo and behold, it was Feeders 2, Sleigh Bells.
I
The
love
film's
this.
so bad that Red Letter Media didn't do it.
I love this film so much, and watching it again, I was just having the best fucking time. I was loving it.
So why did you put this on the list? This was a Booth pick.
This was a Booth pick. So this film is one of my new Christmas traditions because it was made in 1998 and it shows. It's very reminiscent of the sort of late 90s Christmas that you used to have, and it's a fucking amazing film by two brothers and their mate who they had a film called Feeders in which aliens came down to Earth to eat people, and
we see footage of that in this film.
That's how they
including a 6-minute flashback, which is just footage of the first film.
Yes,
6 minutes long.
So you don't need to watch the first one, really.
No.
And basically, it's some little aliens. They come back to Earth to eat people, and they attack Santa. They kill one of his elves, and Santa has to save the day by using
Save
magic.
Christmas.
Save Christmas.
Yeah.
And the characters in it are just brilliant. They're not actors. You can tell that much.
It is very, very clearly the Polonia brothers' friends and family that are in this film. The actor of Santa is particularly fucking terrible. He is incoherent.
He is. He is
Very hard to tell what he's saying. I do have a quote here about the film that I wanted to share.
Yeah.
Lewis will like this. Remember the indescribable joy and wonder you felt as a kid at Christmas time? Do you recall bounding down the stairs, excited as a puppy, to see an assortment of brightly coloured gifts under the tree? Now, do you remember opening up a present, positively sure that it was a way cool walking transformer which shot fire out of its groin, then finding out that it was actually just a box full of burnt twigs, gravel, and pelican feces? Probably not, but this analogy can best be used to describe the feelings that will rush through your body if you don't prepare yourself before renting Feeders 2. And that quote is from Rich Lotax Kayanka.
Oh, wow. That's a blast from the past. A
Yes.
man who has been cancelled. And for good reason.
Yeah, because
the
he didn't
drug
like this film.
addict, wife beater, and founder of Something Awful, Rich Kayanka.
And spiritual grandfather of Yogs, which is the spiritual father of Yomp.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
technically the great-great-grandfather of Yomp.
Yeah.
Technically.
I feel like I'm
awful
missing
man.
something. I don't know what's happening.
Well,
we'll
me
teach you the
and
law
Lewis-
after the podcast if you
Many
want.
years ago, Gene, Simon and I were popular on YouTube.
We
you might
did
not believe it.
Minecraft
We were the
videos.
Mr. Beast of our day, wouldn't you say, Simon?
Pretty much, yeah.
And that all came about because we met on a forum called Something Awful, which you had to pay to be a part of. And the person who
$10.
ran that forum was a cunt named Richard Kayanka. We knew it at the time, honestly.
Yeah, we didn't know how bad he actually was, but yeah.
But yeah, so that's there you
Okay,
go.
good.
Now,
Good. Okay.
Fun fact about this movie is that Lewis didn't watch it.
Mm.
So you don't have to have watched it either. But it is on YouTube. It's for free. This was...
Lewis
Well,
did watch 7 minutes.
I
Didn't
watched.
you?
Yes,
I
yeah.
made a couple of goes at it. I watched.
Yeah.
I watched I watched the start, and I was like, do you know what? I'm on holiday. I don't have to subject myself to this. I'll watch it when I get back. And then I started. I thought, shit, I'm doing it tomorrow, so I better watch it now. So I started watching it, and I fell asleep after 7 minutes. And then I came in today, and I thought I better watch it before I do the podcast. And then Simon sent me a message and said, "Are you ready for the podcast?" I said, "I thought we were doing the podcast at 2." And Simon said, "No, it's now." And then here I am. So yes, I may have fucked up slightly and not
I don't
seen
mean
the
to
movie.
call you out, but that didn't happen.
Well, That sort of happened in my
You're
head.
paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Sure. That's fine.
So yes, I was intending on watching it. I promise. But when I turned up and you said it doesn't matter, I was like, oh, thank God.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm not going to put pressure on you for some bullshit like Feeders 2 Sleigh Bells. Although I did enjoy this film so fucking much that I went back and watched Feeders 1.
Really?
Jesus Christ.
It wasn't quite as good. The pacing was way worse than this.
And the first film isn't a comedy, is it? It's like a
It's
straight
not.
up horror.
It's a straight up horror that the Polonia brothers decided to make, and they've got these little alien. They're probably like 1.5 feet tall. These alien models. They don't look like anything except a solid model. They've got cute little stick arms and stick legs that stick out at the wrong
Jesus.
angles. They're dangled above the ground to mimic the walking. They're batting baubles around and looking at themselves in the mirror, the shine of it. And oh my God, it's so fucking good. The special effects as well.
By good, you mean bad, right? Because it's even the 7 minutes that I saw was kind of unwatchable. Like, it's like a thing your mate made and he's forcing you to watch, and he's like, it's before even editing software, I guess. It was probably just made fucking with the most basic shit. Like,
Well, you could tell it's done with a handheld camera. I think it's like direct to VHS. If you skip ahead to if you've got the film, if you skip ahead to 18 minutes 49 seconds, you'll see my personal favourite. It's 50. It's sort of like nearly
a woman's
19
looking
minutes.
for a cat.
Yeah, and so the feeders.
Fluffy!
The feeders got the cat. 19 minutes 4 seconds.
Oh my God! And there's the mangled cat on the floor.
But it's just
Right.
a
I
picture of a
laughed.
cat.
Yes.
They've
So
drawn
funny.
sort of red on it.
Yes.
I laughed so hard. It looks, I mean, there's no way you could get a dead body of a cat to look like that.
No, but it's only up for like a flash. You know what I mean? It's like if you could blink and miss it. You just need to work for a second.
Isn't it incredible?
Very
And
very good.
in the first one, they do have a shot of a feeder eating a man's head that they have removed from his body. So they've just sort of like not even green screened it out. They've just sort of like removed the rest of his body in post. They've like put a fucking thing to just block off the rest of his body. It's so good. They've done it on such a low budget. I think it was $500 the first one.
It shows. I mean, you can't even really call it a movie, though.
No.
I feel like this isn't even a movie. It's like really stretching the term, isn't it?
I love it so much.
This is like the least you could get away with and still have it be a movie, I think.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
definitely.
Have you
So
seen
the-
a Neil
the-
Breen movie, Lewis?
Oh, Jesus.
No, I haven't.
Oh, that's going to
Well,
be something
one
I'm going to
day.
make Lewis do.
One day.
Well.
So I need some answers from Sophie because it is a bit confusing.
Mm.
So at the end of the first film, the Earth is blown up,
The Earth is blown up.
and both the main characters died.
Yes.
But in this movie, the guy is like being interviewed is a guy who was killed,
Yes.
right? The guy like he's talking to police or something. We don't see them,
I'm pretty sure he's on Earth as well, Simon.
right?
Maybe.
And the guy who is the main character of the first film, he is not the main character of this film. It's the other brother, right?
I don't
So I
actually
think it was-
know.
I think Mark Polonia was the lead in the first film, and John Polonia is the lead in this film. They are twin brothers,
They're
identical twins.
Unfortunately, I think it's Mark or John. But
Sadly, neither of them can act.
yeah,
And-
they're both just
and
as
there's
good.
There's a woman from the first film who is the wife in this film.
Who looks like Eric Wareheim and acts like Eric Wareheim in drag.
Oh my fucking god! Oh my god!
You're actually right about that, yes.
Yeah.
She looks like the woman who's in love with her boss.
Yeah.
That one, Carol. She looks like Carol.
She does look like Carol. And I'm not saying this to be mean, but
oh fuck!
the whole movie is like an extended Tim and Eric sketch, just like without all the weirdness that is like the punchline. It's sort of like a setup. The acting is very stilted. So yeah, to answer the question that you didn't actually ask, I don't fucking know.
That is the vibe I'm getting. It is that. It's that surreal, like, is this supposed to be funny? Because I think I didn't really understand a lot of the Tim and Eric stuff, I felt like, anyway. I think a lot of that felt like it went over my head. And I get the same vibe from this. Like, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be laughing.
All of it.
Is this supposed to be comedy?
Yeah, it's 100% supposed to be a comedy. Like, when there is the scene when there's the dog that's barking at the aliens, and I think the dog is called Lady, right?
Yeah, the dog is called Lady, and Lady
Which
has
is weird.
broken her leg from running into traffic.
Oh my god.
So
the
she
dog
genuinely
is
has a broken leg in this film, you see.
with a pink cast on.
Is her biscuit okay?
I don't know. That's the worrying thing. I'm worrying. I did actually get a text from Lady saying, "I hope we didn't tire him out. I'm glad I managed to get on a bus." Then there's an emoji on a bus. To the plane. I've been going on about catching a bus all week. I miss him. Sad face. He's so funny. I've not laughed so much for ages.
Wow. Oh, that's lovely.
Couldn't be a bigger compliment, could there?
I miss him. Sad face.
I miss him.
It's really sad.
My God.
She took you to Palmitos Park, which is like my favourite place of my childhood ever.
Yes,
it's
like
a bird sanctuary. Yeah, it's like a little thing.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure we still have pictures of us covered in parrots from when we were about 10.
Yeah, it's quite reckless with safety. There's kind of like no staff. You could just sort of walk up to animals and sort of poke them, and they'll poke you. Like there's this whole pen of emus, and they're literally like eye level with you, okay? And you're just supposed to feed them out of your hands, and people are doing it. And I'm like, these things are fucking dangerous.
They're dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because it looks like cum that you have to feed them. And also,
it does.
Rosie sent me a picture of Lewis petting a tortoise next to a sign that says, "Do not pet the tortoise."
Yeah, that's so well. He wanted it. He definitely wanted to be pet.
He did. He loved you. He was his little face. He was there smiling. He was a good boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Honestly, the aliens in feeders do look a bit like someone has cracked open a turtle from its shell, and it just looks like a naked turtle.
You're right.
I loved those things. I didn't think the round-headed ones were in the first one. I might be wrong. I think these little round boys are new.
I could do quite good impersonations of the noise that they make, but it never comes across on the microphone.
I hated the noises they made. They were so annoying.
Like I can
the
do
whole
it.
Film. No, please.
It just doesn't get picked up. But yeah. Oh, I was going to say, Lady goes down into the basement barking after these aliens, and then the Alan, who's our lead character, he shuts the door and he's like, "Well, she could go sleep in the basement then." And then she's murdered. Lady is murdered by the aliens in the basement. She's whimpering, and they eat her. And then there's a hard cut with Christmas music playing.
Yeah.
So it's got the comedy timing of it in there.
The fact
so
that
it is trying to be funny.
They showed the death of Lady by filming her wagging tail, which gradually stopped wagging. So they were holding Lady's tail and wagging it in front of the camera, like you do with a dog, and then slapping it on the floor, and then it just kind of stops.
Oh my god. Also, this guy is called Alan, and I thought he dressed a lot like Alan Partridge.
I thought he looked a lot like Lewis back in his when he had the glasses. He's got the round glasses, got the tash.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
This guy looks like such a nerd. What do you mean? The whole family are just a bunch of nerds.
I tell you what, it was nice to see Weird Al in his first TV appearance as well. I was surprised to see him in this movie, but I guess everyone has to start somewhere.
I did.
That's great.
There are some fantastic quotes, obviously, that I still use to this day. Such
Shut
as,
up, you stupid son of a bitch! That's the one. That's the one.
and also I do like. I hate Christmas. I hate Christmas. It's Santa going, all you have to do is believe.
Yeah, he says, aye. He doesn't really say believe. He says, aye.
Yeah, well, because Santa sounds like the drunk Yoda, doesn't he?
He does sound drunk, 100%.
Yeah. I think
Santa's got a frog stuck in his throat as well. It sounded so bizarre.
he says, I'm Santa Claus, you moron.
So bad. I love the bit where Bernice is like, maybe Santa will bring me some sanity for Christmas, and then one of the kids farts.
Yeah, there's a lot of fart noises in it for some reason.
There is.
Even when the aliens were fighting, right?
Yeah,
Or
the alien gets knocked out, and then he wakes up and farts. I turned the sampler up.
There's like a rattling sound. The alien comes to, there's like a rattling sound, a pop, and then a fart. I don't. Also, is the growling they make, are they talking?
You're asking
Is
questions.
that how they
again.
communicate?
See, this is the problem with no subtitles, right? Because if subtitles were on, it would say aliens chitter in their own language or something like that. You know, aliens talk to each other. But
Do you know what
The
YouTube subtitles?
Yeah. Oh my
The
god.
YouTube subtitles just say "wow"
Yeah.
when the aliens are like making their noise. It just says "wow" because
And
they
also-
sound a bit like "rah, rah," you know.
Yeah, and also like when the clock was ticking or when there was like music on, it just put like brackets applause.
I'm glad all of you also use the auto-generated YouTube subtitles when you watch this on YouTube, because the audio in movies is a problem anyway, but this was particularly hard to make out what they were saying sometimes, for sure.
Yeah. When this is a budget of around $500, like the first film, they ain't spending that on microphones. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know what they are spending it on.
Cut out.
I mean, 5
Cats.
billion gifts for those fucking kids, apparently. Just like, oh, I'm going to be rapping and rapping and rapping all day. And I'm like, how many presents did you get, those little turds? And she's like, rapping presents all day.
Why are you being mean about the kids? The kids are like the best actors in the
kids
film.
are the worst, okay? And then like
Wow.
they're like fighting at one point, and she's like, one of the kids is shoving the other one inside of a box and then like whacking them over the head with like wrapping paper.
It's just horseplay. It's just horseplay.
Yeah, and then they tuck at themselves out after they get like a cartoon put on at some point.
You maybe watch the trailer, right? And in the trailer, it's basically Santa shooting aliens and going crazy, right? Santa doesn't. I've just been panning through the movie while we're chatting.
It's the last 5 minutes.
It's literally
is
the
with
last
Santa.
5 minutes of the movie is in the trailer. Like, when does that happen? Could you imagine if any other movie, the trailer was just the last 5 minutes? That would be mental.
That'd be brilliant. Brilliant. I love it.
That's very weird marketing.
It's strange. It's very strange. The whole Santa incorporated into it, and then him saving the day. I just
That is the least strange thing about the movie.
Yeah, but
they had to incorporate.
So in this universe, aliens are real, and they're gonna come to Earth and eat us all, right? That's their thing. But also, Santa is real. Santa is a real person, an actual entity in this universe. So where was he for the first movie?
Well, it probably wasn't Christmas.
It wasn't Christmas. The first movie wasn't set around Christmas. They went camping.
Yeah.
And then the aliens abducted the guy with the mustache, and then they came back, and it was a classic case of shoot him. He's the real guy, and he's the real Alan. It's like, no, shoot him. Actually, he was called Bennett in that film. So
right.
Oh yeah,
and
he
his
killed
mate
his
hacks him to death.
friend. Oh yeah, I remember that
Sad.
flashback.
So
lol.
his name was Bennett in that. And so I don't know who the fuck Alan is in this one. I guess he's just some guy that looks like him.
It's just a coincidence that he looks identical.
Yeah. Unfortunately, one of the twins actually did die of a heart hemorrhage, a heart aneurysm at the age of 39. Movie? No, like IRL. I think it was...
That's very tragic.
It is. It's really sad.
Mocking this piece of crap.
No, don't feel bad about it. His brother still goes on and he's still editing films. Still going.
So this is a little bit of trivia, and it gives a little bit of context. So John is the dead one, Mark is the living one, and Mark has gone on to make films such bangers as Snow Babes, Cocaine Shark, Amityville in Space, Sharkula, Sister Krampus, which I presume is a Christmas movie, Dune World, which is like a rip-off of Dune, Invasion of the Empire of the Apes. I wonder what film that's stolen from. Shark Encounters of the Third Kind. And, of course, Among Us.
Yes.
Just a coincidence.
Among Us.
A coincidence that it's called Among Us.
Well, no. Obviously, they know what they're doing. Like, Cocaine Shark must be one of these movies that you see release around the time of... It must be Cocaine Bear, right? They must have...
Yeah. It was a rip-off of that.
It must, yes. And it's to cause confusion when people are like, oh, cocaine, I must have remembered it wrong. Must be Cocaine Shark. That must be the movie I want to watch, right? And then you watch it on the plane and it's like this. It's like a fucking 90s VHS. Like, oh my God, with a guy with a moustache. Like everything about this movie is... I just don't want to watch it, I guess. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Well, you didn't fucking watch it, Lewis.
I know, I kept putting it off. Like,
72-minute fucking film.
I tried like 2 or 3 times. I promise. Oh my God.
I forgive you.
I feel so bad.
I did make G sit through it anyway.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I did watch this
Shouldn't
weekend.
feel bad about me watching it.
I don't feel bad. Oh, you love it. You love it, Simon. I did watch Talk to Me this weekend because I heard that you three had watched it together, and I was like, I went in on that action. I want in on that.
G came down for a brand deal with me, and day before we went for dinner with Simon, and we went back to my place for a little movie night, and we watched Talk to Me. Yeah, so this is a movie we have actually all watched voluntarily.
I was physically assaulted by G a number of times.
Oh my God.
When a French bulldog, just a bulldog French kisses a man.
Yes.
And when a woman sucks on someone's foot.
Yes. G started punching Simon when these things were happening.
I wish Simon was around for me to punch at that time as well, because
it was a very visceral reaction.
Yeah.
It was also
I was
automatic.
really upset. I was actually like, why the fuck have I done this? Because you did warn me. You did tell me that these things happened in the film, and I completely fucking forgot.
How bad was the dog kissing though? That was awful.
I felt bad that they've subjected these people to all of this just to make a really bad film.
And then she started sucking on his foot, and then both of them slowly, they looked at me, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
There's just so much. It's an Australian movie. There's foot sucking in it, and then at the very end, a guy speaks Greek. And it was like, this movie was made for G-Star Games.
Oh, I hated it though. I hated the film. I know you both liked it, but I didn't even wear my glasses because I just wanted to see as little of it as possible.
You are just so like my...
You took your glasses off in protest halfway through.
My elderly relatives who take their hearing aids out when they just don't want to listen to you anymore. They take their glasses off.
Well, I'm short-sighted, so because I'm not scared of these sort of things, but they do make me feel uneasy. There's obviously a lot of elements to it that just make me feel uneasy.
We were watching it in 4K as well.
Yeah.
It was so crisp And
Yeah.
you without your glasses, like you're watching it in fucking 240p.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. Like when I got back to the hotel, I felt so uneasy. Like I genuinely felt really like, ugh. And then like the bed was like sort of almost next to the front door. And you know how like there's like, you can see like light peering from underneath the door? In the middle of that door, it looked like a shadow.
What the fuck? So hang on. Were you doing
Yeah, that
this
was me. I was just making sure you were safe.
Were you doing this because you were scared of the movie and you didn't want to be scared by it?
Well, kind of, I don't know. Like I could still see the TV wasn't like that far away, so I can still kind of see, but it's just a little blurry. But those movies do make me feel very uneasy. I don't like a lot of modern horror because obviously they are made to make you feel uneasy, like Hereditary or Midsummer or whatever. They're not feel good romps, right? So
yeah, we've all had it. You know, you watch a really good horror movie and then you go up to bed and you're like, well, I'm scared to turn the light off. I'm scared to look in that corner. Yeah.
So I haven't had that. I'm quite sad.
Really?
I don't get scared of movies or games or anything. It's like I felt uneasy in the same way that I would feel uneasy about like someone doing that in public, I guess. I'm like, that's fucking gross. I don't get scared about things in the same way. I don't have the fear of, I can't go to sleep tonight or I'll have nightmares. I have fun in different ways, which is why I made you all watch Feeders.
Oh, God. Gee, did you have your glasses on when you were watching Feeders 2 Sleigh Bells?
I did.
I mean, it's already in 240p, so if you didn't, fuck knows.
Can't get any worse.
It'd be in 10p. It'd be the price of a Freddo.
Well, especially when
they're 15 now.
15.
Oh my god!
Especially when they were doing the flashbacks and they had that awful sepia, whatever the fucking name is. That
I loved it. I loved it. It's like watching a series of photos taken in the Old West.
Yeah, it was really like, it's around the 48 mark, Lewis, if you want to like see. You could hardly see anything.
Hang on.
Oh god, yeah. They've put a filter over it.
It's 6 minutes. It's 6 fucking minutes.
And also, have you noticed that you can barely hear a lot of the dialogue because they've just mixed it to the point where we're just going to put the dialogue really low in the mix. Doesn't matter. Nobody needs to hear this shit.
No.
It's bold of you to assume there was any kind of mix involved.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Also, like, did the two parents did they fuck the night before?
They fucked.
Yeah,
they fucked.
Okay.
It's like, it's time for your present now.
Yeah, and then he says, "Beats don't fail me now."
Feats.
Oh, feats.
Feats don't fail me now. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Don't fail me now.
Feet don't fail me now.
That's what he
know what
fucks
that
with,
means.
his feet.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Christ.
And the delivery of any line the wife had was just awful. She's like, he like collapses on the bed and he's like, "Oh, I'm so tired." And she's like, "What are you tired for?" And I'm like, "I don't know, bitch. Maybe he's been at work all day and being abused by some fucking asshole."
That's right, you stupid son of a bitch.
That's right, you stupid son of a bitch.
Fucking
and then he calls him an asshole as well. What dickhead.
There's a scene in the movie, Lewis, where he's at work and he's daydreaming about the aliens, or he's looking up aliens on the net.
Googling aliens.
We get a flashback to 7 minutes earlier in the film of the aliens appearing, the flying saucer. Then he Googles UFOs with an apostrophe in it. Except it's not Google, it's whatever search engine. And then he reads it out loud to himself, and his boss overhears and has a go at him for wasting company time.
Oh, he has a go at him, all right. He's like,
"That's right, you stupid son of a bitch."
Yeah,
that's exactly what he said.
Yeah, literally what he says, and then he calls him an asshole, and I'm like, what the fuck is this work environment, dude? Holy shit!
What is? Can we
ordinary
talk
day
about
at the Yogscast?
Yeah.
Oh no! Shut up! what is the deal with the vicar? Because there's a scene. So there's a scene. Let me paint a picture for you. There's a scene where there's a church, and then inside there is the vicar, and presumably this is his home, and he lives there in the church, as vicars do. They don't have a vicarage; they live inside the church, and he's reading his Bible, just hanging out.
As you do.
He goes downstairs into the basement. He sees a hole in the wall and looks inside, and then a few minutes later, we see the same thing. There's the shot of the church. He's reading the Bible. He goes down into the basement and looks into the hole. Why is that twice in the film?
Filler. It's called filler. Yeah. Exhausting, isn't it?
Second time he gets murdered.
I think they
Which
were
is
just
great.
trying to show that the aliens are not just in that area where the family is like going to be targeted. It shows that they're everywhere because there's like a random warehouse worker that gets attacked too.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously the lady.
There's not just 2 aliens. There's like thousands of them or something.
I see, and that's why Santa needs to be. They're at everyone's house at Christmas. But
Yeah.
who else is at everyone's house during Christmas? He's the only one who can
Me.
save the humans.
I like
With
how
the
Santa gets attacked and then
power
he's also
Christmas.
just like laid out in the snow. But then he has the ability to teleport.
He was
Or like-
hurt, G. He got
Oh.
hurt. He got slightly injured.
Okay. Okay, sorry.
I'm making my toilets for Santa. Oh, toilist. Oh,
Yeah, toy list. But the
So-
subtitles thought it was toilets.
so the little girl makes a toy list for Santa, and then he says something like, "Oh, I've written it down. I'm making a toy list for Santa. Where's Mom? She's upstairs wrapping presents." And he's like, "Don't you believe in Santa? Doesn't Santa bring you presents?" And she's like, "Yeah, right." It's like you literally just made a list for Santa, and on Christmas Eve.
It's a
He's
bit
not
late.
gonna
If
get
your
it.
parents, if you believe your parents are the ones that gets the presents and not Santa, why are you leaving it till last minute? You're not going to get any of these presents.
I also did pause the film.
Stupid son of a bitch!
I also paused the film to see what the kids were getting for Christmas, in case you're interested.
Oh,
There was a puppy
Oh.
This is
jigsaw.
near the end, right?
No, it's sort of in the middle.
Puppy Jigsaw.
Yeah.
puppy jigsaw.
There's a Power
Yeah, that
Rangers Red
sounds like a
Battle
fucking
Zord.
movie that we're going to watch next week.
Puppy Jigsaw.
Puppy
Welcome to Puppy
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw. Power Rangers Red Battle Zord. The kid got.
Okay.
Okay.
I think the little girl got like a bracelet kit or a necklace kit. There was a speed system racetrack. I think it was a knockoff brand. It wasn't Hot Wheels. But yeah, I was pausing it,
Blimey.
googling things to
It's
see
a
what they
lot
were
of
getting.
presents.
They got another jigsaw as well at some point. Did you like that? There was a stocking just hung in the middle of the doorway in that scene as well.
Just
Yep.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
Right
noticed
behind
that.
him.
In just a doorway, which is fantastic.
Anytime they were in the living room as well, there was just that really loud, obnoxious ticking
Yeah,
too.
they just had a really loud clock.
It's almost,
Yeah.
it sounds like a bomb, which is kind of ironic, really.
Why is it ironic?
Because later on, the aliens do put a bomb under the Christmas tree.
Oh,
They do.
do they?
Yeah,
I didn't even notice that.
right at the end, they
Yeah, there's a reason you don't notice it. It's because the editing is incompetent. And
How dare you say
A
that
lot-
about Mark Polonia's editing?
a lot of the events in the movie are quite difficult to follow. There's something called the Kuleshov effect, right? Which is when you're shown one thing and then there's a different shot and you're supposed to put those two things together in your brain and make a connection between them. And in this film, it's full of these things because, for example, Alan is driving, I think he's driving home. There is no snow anywhere. He's driving
Yep.
in the car.
Yep.
Then we see a tire drive through some snow on the ground, and then an alien gets hit by the snow. And then we see him driving away, and there's no snow anywhere.
Yeah,
So-
I saw that.
So in our brains, we put together that he drove through the snow that was on the side of the road, and it hit the alien. Even though there's no fucking shots of snow anywhere apart from that moment when the tire hits it and the alien gets whacked by the snow.
I
It's
did
so
notice.
weird.
Yeah, well, also the fact that if you look at the surrounding houses when he's like driving or whatever, it's not. It must not be Christmas time. I guess it's just like for the movie. That it's just like a cold setting. And then you look at the houses around, and there's just no decorations anywhere. It's just that one house with decorations.
Unbelievable. I can't believe they would lie about it being Christmas.
I can't believe that anyone would just lie about things that happen in a movie.
I did like the scene where the little alien got covered in snow because his mate was like trying to dig him out of it, and it was a little comedic.
Did you like him?
And they have the little like giggles, right, when they go.
Yeah,
they sound like chipmunks.
Yeah,
it's so weird because they sound like horrible monsters normally, and then they giggle like chipmunks. I am actually chipmunks.
Alvin and the Chickmunks.
Alvin and the Chickmunks. It's a Christmas miracle.
Hand on heart, no cap. I love the noise that they make. I do love the growling noise the aliens make. It's fantastic.
Why?
It's a lot of fun. I love it.
I'm
making it. You can't hear it, but it's on my recording.
Okay, I literally could not even hear it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's just
it's
annoying
so
me.
Fun.
Really?
Because they just sound so horrid, but then when you look at them, they look like a joke alien that you would buy in a joke shop to scare people with.
They reminded me of the alien from American Dad.
Roger.
Holy
Roger.
shit. With the tiny head and the long neck.
Yeah, except Roger has a massive head and...
Yeah. It's the way that they were shaped.
Proportional.
Yeah, it's the way that they were shaped. Oh, God, what else was there?
Oh, God.
Well, there's all sorts.
God.
It's...
What was your favourite part of the movie, Lewis?
Oh, wow. Gosh, so many parts. Really, really... I think it's the bit in the trailer where Santa's laser, he shoots his laser gun, and it all looks so shit. It's like someone's MS painted the laser gun onto a shit-looking children's toy. Do you know what I mean? Like everything. I know. Is this movie? Does it know it's bad?
This, I think I do. Yeah, I think because this movie is it's like 20 years after Star Wars. So obviously the budget is a lot lower. But you think
is this
that
including the Shutterstock kind of imprint? Do you know what I mean in it? Do you know, it's almost that bad, right? Or deliberately are they deliberately making it bad in places?
I don't know. It feels like they were trying.
Tell. I know.
They just don't have any money, and it's just them and their friends and family in it. And the first film made at least tens of thousands of dollars for them because they did sell it to Blockbuster Video.
Oh, this is why the Blockbuster went bankrupt then?
Pretty much, yeah. They sold, 8,000 copies of Feeders.
Holy shit.
It was available in all good Blockbusters in the United States.
Who
made a bunch of money.
8,000 of them is
I feel this is so shit. I feel like this is like fucking. It feel like we're watching a Jingle Cat, Simon. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God,
that's what it feels like. Do you know what I mean? That's what it feels like.
Yeah, Jacob Bathead could make a better horror movie than these two fucking jokers.
Yes.
Rest in peace,
Jacob
John
Bathead.
Polonia.
Oh,
I fucking love this film. I don't care. I think it's brilliant, and I tend to watch all the rest of the Polonia Brothers films.
I think there's a third one.
There's a third one, Feeders 3.
Just bought it on DVD yesterday, so I will report back.
Do you know what it's about?
God.
Nope.
Is it?
Nope.
I bet you it's in no way related to the previous two films.
Well, the first one wasn't in any way related to the first one, and it's not. The second one wasn't related to the first one.
Yeah.
And
apart from the
with the
6-minute flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before I started watching it, I'm like, okay, feeders, right? So it's either the aliens come to Earth and make the humans eat stuff a lot of
they
food.
make us Christmas dinner. Make sure we have like big plates fulls of food.
Well, feeders is a term for people who like to make other people eat a lot of food and make
That
them.
is so interesting, G-Star.
Yeah.
How about a little bit of bud?
So
They
I
got
thought it
room for
was
a little
that.
bit of bud. A
I
little
thought it
bit
was-
of bud.
Oh my god! I thought it was that.
A little bit of food.
Is that what you think we sound like during Christmas?
Yeah.
We don't. It's
Yeah.
fucking hot in Australia in Christmas time.
Auntie Donna. They had
We're having fucking. It's a fucking hot Christmas.
Auntie
We're not-
Donna
we're-
is just, that is how Australians are.
Yeah. Oh, put another bloody turkey on the barbie.
You want another beer, you cunt?
We definitely weren't having like Christmas dinners. We were doing barbecues because it was fucking hot.
Oh my god! Of course, it was actually barbecues.
It
Not
was. Of
even
course, it's a
joking.
barbecue. It's hot.
You're hilarious, G-Star Games. You and your people. You're kind.
Thank you. There was a scene near the end of the movie where the aliens are obviously like running rampant in the house or whatever, and the mom is with the kids in the bedroom, and then the dad pulls out a knife,
Yeah.
and it reminded me of
Lovely,
that
shiny
scene from
knife.
Signs. Yeah, very shiny knife, and it reminded me of that scene from Signs. Remember when Is it Mel Gibson?
yeah.
Is it he's the one who gets out the knife?
He's the vicar dad. Yeah.
The vicar dad.
Look at
And
that.
he goes around the house and he uses the reflection of the knife under the door to get a glimpse.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah.
really good. In this film, Alan Parker, which is
Alan
odd
Partridge.
that he's called that. Alan Parker, he's holding the knife in front of him, and then an alien comes towards him and manages to impale itself on the knife. Now, Alan is holding the knife at about chest height for him, but the aliens are just over a foot tall,
Mhm.
but somehow it impales in the torso of the alien.
Maybe they jump. Maybe they're super like nimble. Maybe they're like gremlins.
I'm just saying this film doesn't seem very realistic.
What do you mean? What do you
I just-
mean? What do you mean?
Well, Simon, you could
Oh my
always
God.
just say it's the magic of Christmas. you
It
know.
is.
That's any plot holes you could just, flush down some magic of Christmas down that hole and clean it
Flushed
right
all
out.
my magic down
Santa's
my
hole.
holes.
Yeah.
I love that film.
Oh my god!
It's so good.
What did we make of the music in this film?
I actually didn't mind a bunch of the music. I thought some of it was actually okay.
It's great.
There's a lot of like Casio keyboard covers of Christmas hits.
Yep.
I think that
Oh,
might be where I'm getting the Jingle Cats vibe from.
Yeah.
It's kind of. It's not even Kevin MacLeod quality. Do you know what I mean? It's like kind of like they've done it themselves quality.
It's MIDI. It's MIDI, just Christmas tracks, and I'm all for that personally.
Although the theme song, which we hear at the start, is a fucking banger.
Mm.
The Feeders theme music is fucking great.
It's up there
I don't
with
know
Jurassic
who's-
Park. But
Da-da-da-da. Yeah, it is.
up there.
I don't know who made it. Was it one of the Polonia brothers?
I assume so. Nobody wanted to own up for it though. did
Is
they?
there anything that they cannot do? They're actors,
They are.
directors, editors,
Yeah,
musicians.
I mean, you say that, but like they clearly don't hold a candle to Neil Breen, who does everything himself. All right,
Yeah.
he even feeds people because he does the
he
catering.
does. He's got his own catering company. So
hair and makeup and everything, you know?
yeah,
Man alive.
you know shit's going wrong when I unironically want to see the new fucking movie he's done. What was
Kate's
it? The
Crossing. Whatever.
Kate's Crossing. Oh my god.
Soon as it's like available on his website and someone rips it, it's going to go on Booth's list.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm not paying for that shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
Is there anything else we want to talk about? Oh, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, like, do you have any nice Christmassy memories from like the 90s, Lewis? In particular,
Ooh.
because that's sort of the era that this is.
Unless you're the YouTube title, which is 2004 for some reason.
Oh, that's when the DVD came out as a double feature.
Oh.
Wow.
Imagine having that under the fucking Christmas tree.
It's a Christmas miracle.
I guess I'm just glad I didn't rent this, from the video shop. Although I guess it looked too scary. I think that was the vibe they were going on the cover, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I think you can. It's amazing if you have like good art on the cover, what you can get away with. It's like kind of the clickbait of its day,
Oh yeah.
Because it doesn't give away just how shit the movie is with its fucking papier-mâché coat hanger, fucking condom aliens with their
They
fucking...
do look like paper mache, don't they? Oh my
absolute
god.
garbage nonsense. It's like the worst thing ever. No, I have fond memories of Christmas growing up. It was all quite jolly in my. Don't remember much, honestly. It's a long time ago now.
Do you remember like a good present you got? Teenage Lewis.
I do remember getting a bike, and that was a big deal because my dad had brought it in and wrapped it up.
There was a bike-shaped present.
Yeah, that was a big deal. It was a big deal. Loved that. I had very loving parents. What about you? Do you guys remember anything particularly weird?
Weird. I remember Christmas being very happy, very jolly. Lots of nice, cool presents. Like
you got that car.
Yeah, that little I think that was from my grandparents. So I don't know if you guys had any of these as a kid, but it's like a small person-sized Jeep that you could charge up, and you could drive it around, and we would drive it up and down the driveway, me and my brother, and
Times
it was
went hard
amazing.
for your family then, G. Christ.
Well, no, it was your grandparents always,
I got a car. I was 6. I drove around the manor house.
It was a small
really
car.
irritated the butler and the maid.
Tory G.
I'm not a Tory. My dad, back in the 90s, was working for Pepsi as a freaking as a truck driver. As a truck driver.
Is that why you only drink Pepsi to this day? You've got
my
that
God,
brand loyalty.
Was your father Santa?
Oh no!
Holidays are coming.
That's Coca-Cola. My dad was working for Pepsi, and then
that
my
makes you
mom
half Santa. You're half full of the Christmas
Pepsi.
spirit.
Yeah,
I used to be
I'm related to
half
Pepsi Man.
I used to be half Pepsi,
Pepsi
and
Man.
then I got a kidney stone, and I'm no longer half Pepsi.
Oh,
Pepsi Man is my uncle. So.
Oh my god!
But we used to climb on top of the truck sometimes with my dad and sit on the top in the driveway. My mom was working as a teacher as well, so definitely not a fucking Tory.
No,
and then
I'm
eventually,
joking.
no,
Very middle
people
class.
People love to make fun of me about being a Tory for some reason. I know it's just a joke, but it's insane. And then eventually they bought a business and they worked very hard. But we had
shout
nice
out
presents.
to that business, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Do they need the advertising on YOMP?
No, they sold that ages ago. They bought a gas station.
Oh, well, there you go. If you're in the area, South Adelaide, pop in, wherever the fuck you're from.
I'm from Sydney.
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 But
yeah, no, Christmas was great. Had, good times, a lot of good presents. I liked a lot of the boyish presents, getting game consoles and stuff. That is where the love of gaming has
Why is that
originally come from.
boyish? A games console.
Back in the day, game consoles and stuff were advertised for little boys, not little girls.
True. I won a colouring competition once, and they had a girls' prize and a boys' prize, right? The boys' prize was a Scalextric, and I was like, I fucking want that. The girls' prize was a load of Spice Girls stuff. I ended up with a load of Spice Girls stuff.
No.
I did get a Scalextric for Christmas that year, though. So.
Oh my god, Boo! the thing with the controls in it, you put the little car on the track and you build the track. Oh,
And it would always get so
love that
full of
gift.
cat hair.
Yeah. that was like probably one of my fondest like Christmas present memories, because we would like build it, and you can like sort of build the track how you want, put it up against the wall. The cars would go flying everywhere because they'd go like too fast. Great gift.
Oh,
Absolutely amazing sort of gift. I remember getting we had these, it was Play-Doh, and they were called glitter puppies, right? And you got a plastic glittery puppy, and you got loads of glittery Play-Doh, and you'd make like outfits for it and jewelry and stuff. But Rosie hates the smell of Play-Doh. It would make a git, it'd make a retch. So I was there playing with the glitter puppy and the glitter kitty, and Rosie would just be in the corner going, "Bleh, bleh." She didn't like it. I regularly had flu for Christmas as well. It was a Christmas tradition at that stage, so I couldn't smell it even if I wanted to.
And we carried it on with Yog Plague every year.
Every year. It makes me feel like I'm at home, doesn't it?
Yay.
Oh God! If I get sick again, I can't. I just can't. I can't. Every year.
I'm just worried that I'm going to sit down like in my parents' house at Christmas Day. They're going to hand me a present. I'm going to open it up, and one of those fucking aliens is going to pop out of it.
and you'll be like, "That's just what I wanted."
Oh my
tempted
God!
to
The end
make
of the
one.
film. Do it.
Do you think I could?
I want to see it. Yeah, you definitely could.
It's some papier-mâché, a washing up
Tennis-
bottle,
Tennis ball.
a condom, and a coat hanger. Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's what the fucking even eyes, like fucking jelly bits from Jaffa cakes. I mean, fuck knows. It's garbage.
Yum, yum, yum. Delicious.
This
Yeah.
movie made me respect Extra a little bit.
Damn.
And you know how I feel about Extra.
It's a fucking banger of a movie, Extra. It's fucking amazing.
Ugh.
Man
Sure.
alive.
Sure it is. God, I hated that film.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't have to watch this. I'm kind of
Yeah.
relieved. I've
You
kind of
actually
feel like
got
this
away.
weight is off my shoulders. Like I don't have to do it now.
You got away so easy.
It's been bothering me in the back of my mind all week to like, pushing it back.
All that time, you could have just watched the movie, Lewis.
I could have done. I should have done.
You could have just
I've got a
been
newfound
working.
respect for you, G, having to watch these shit movies every week.
Hey, G made me watch. G made us watch so many fucking like what is it?
Bangers?
Hugh Jackman
Oh,
in The Greatest Showman,
Greatest Showman. Great film.
Great
for
Gatsby.
sure.
Like I love that
Great
she
film.
makes us watch things with the word "great" in the title to try and convince me.
Is she
And I'm
making you
just-
watch stuff with Australian actors? Is that
Yeah.
the thing as well, secretly?
100%.
Oh my
And
god!
I'm there kicking off and I'm screaming. And
She hated. She also hated. I don't know if you know this. Have you ever seen the movie Heat
I think so. God,
with
a while
Robert De
ago.
Niro and Al Pacino?
Sure.
And they're like cops and
Cappuccino.
robbers. So she hates with a passion, with a fiery, burning passion.
It
She
was
hates that
so
film.
But it's your
boring.
era. It's your like. It's your. It's the
That's why I
mid-90s.
chose it. I thought she would love it
Boring.
because of
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Boring.
I'm gonna give you some of Booth's ratings of films that we've done, right?
Yeah, here we go.
Heat, 2 out of 10.
Wow.
Greatest Showman, 0 out of 10.
I like that.
Lara Croft Tomb Raider, 1 out of 10.
Wow. The one with fucking Angelina
Angelina.
Jolie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Great Gatsby, 0 out of 10.
Oh, what? Okay. I didn't
Beverly
love
Hills
it,
Cop
but
3, 8 out of 10.
yeah. I feel like at this point, it's almost like you just invert what you think it's going to be. Right?
I
Yeah.
love
Oh
it
my
whenever it's
God.
a
Hey.
film.
I like
Yeah,
The
go on.
Prestige, didn't I?
She did like The Prestige, and
That's
that
true.
is an
That's
achievement. I'm very
And I-
proud of that.
And I did like that other one that Simon made us watch the other week.
Equilibrium?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Equilibrium, yeah, it's fun. A
Yeah.
lot of fun.
I love how I can't remember anything, but I do have really bad face blindness as well, which is something that is
Yeah.
very
Oh my god,
brilliant.
she she said at one point that Kenneth Branagh looked like Spiff, or like Spiff looks like Kenneth
Oh
Branagh.
wow, maybe I can see it. Yeah.
Really? Okay, that's fine. Okay, I want us to summarize our final thoughts, and each of us will give this a rating. Booth, this was your pick. Would you like to summarize everything that you feel about Feeder's Two Sleigh Bells?
I'm eating a biscuit. Could you go someone else, please?
We'll Christine Rogerson, why are you eating a biscuit? We're trying to record a yomp.
Well, she thought that she'd get a chance to eat a biscuit while we'll talk shit like I'm doing now, just to fill time so the Booth can enjoy her biscuit.
Actually, let's get what was it, we're obviously near the end of the year, very close. What was a great movie that you watched this year?
Oh, that is such a good question.
Oh, great question.
The weird thing is, I watched The Fourth Kind last week, as well as this terrible dogshit film. And they're both about alien abductions and stuff.
Okay.
It's the one that has Mila Jovovich in, where she's like a psychologist, and she uses hypnotic regression. Everyone has dreams in which they see like an owl watching them, and spoiler, the owl is actually an alien.
So it's a bit like Twin Peaks.
Yeah, but, well,
fucking
no,
love
not
Twin
Twin
Peaks.
Well done.
It's supposed to be. It's half found footage and half like documentary, but it's all fake. It's a very weird kind of. It's a weird one.
I'll tell you what I watched. I fucking hated.
Okay.
Old Dads on Netflix.
What?
It's Bill Burr's vehicle.
What?
Bill Burr. You know Bill Burr?
Is he even that old?
He's like 55. Yeah.
Jesus.
And I got a lot of like weird. I always get like weird Andrew Tate energy from Bill Burr. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah.
It's like a little bit like women should be cooking me a sandwich. Like, I don't know, like a little bit of that. Like, why don't women just do what I tell them to and stay at home and I'll look after them? I get a bit of that vibe.
Is that in this movie or just?
Not really, but I think his whole, because he's written this and directed it.
His politics are all over the fucking place.
I know.
So,
but I always get like a little bit of a defensive. I'm just asking
seen-
for a sandwich.
yeah.
What's the big deal? Like the whole vibe, and I just
I've
didn't like the
seen-
movie. I didn't like it at all.
I've seen like clips of him and talking in like interviews and stuff, and I do get the same vibe from him. So I don't think you're alone on that. I think he gives like that kind of energy.
Yeah,
This has
everyone
got
else
Bill
around
Burr.
him is completely irrational, and he, as a result, does things that are inappropriate and then has to apologize for them, but doesn't really want to. Doesn't really feel bad about the awful things that he's done. I don't know. It's kind of shit. It's kind of shit.
Dear.
So yeah, not a fan.
Not recommended.
Not sure.
Old
Not
dads.
sure who. I don't know why I fucking watched it. I think it just came up on Netflix.
That is very random. Oh, it's got well, I never knew this guy's real name. I just know he plays like a lot of like gangster characters in movies and TV shows.
Bobby Cannavale.
Yeah, him.
Bobby
Sure.
Cannavale.
He always plays like Italian men.
I watched all those fucking Roald Dahl short films on Netflix. One of them had Benedict Cumberbatch in and stuff. They were all the Wes Anderson ones, like the Wes Anderson short films.
Oh.
They were a mixed bag. But man, Wes Anderson, he's kind of become a caricature of his style now, hasn't he? Kind of ludicrous. It's nice to see Richard Ayoade in them, though. Big fan of him.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, they're quirky. They're short enough that it's almost like they're like Black Mirror episodes. Do you know what I mean? Except Roald Dahl wrote them.
Well, Roald Dahl wrote them and he directed them. These short.
No, he's dead.
Yeah.
Who's dead?
Roald Dahl. Wes Anderson.
No, I mean Wes Anderson directed them.
Ah.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of like what's come. Ezio, Jesus Christ! He is going off today.
What a boy!
Oh my god, the Indiana Jones, the new Indiana Jones movie I've heard is just terrible.
Is that what you haven't seen it? I haven't seen it. No.
No, on the plane back from Japan, ISP watched
You
it.
chose
and he
not
said
to watch it.
No, he watched it on the plane back from
Well,
Japan.
no, but
and
you
I
chose
was,
not to, I guess. You
Oh, fuck
actively
no.
decided, like...
Oh fuck no! Yeah, I'm not watching that. It looks terrible. Like it just does not look good. He should not still be making fucking Indiana Jones movies.
Oh god, I just can't believe that. Is there going to be another one? Are they just going to keep making them till Harrison Ford just dies?
I don't know. It should be. That should be the last one. It
I'll
has
tell
to
you
be.
what I watched this year. My brother came down and I watched... He wanted to go to the cinema and I was like, okay, fuck it, let's go and watch it. And we didn't even know what was on. And we watched Plane, which is the fucking... it's a movie with Gerard Butler and it's him being a pilot and commando and badass. You know, it's basically just a Gerald Butler kills people movie.
What happened to his career? Jesus.
It was it wasn't a good movie, but I just really enjoyed sitting in the cinema with my brother, eating popcorn, kind of taking the piss out of it. And
It's such a lazy name for a movie as well.
Plane. I know, plane. A plane crashes. Man has to get passengers off hostile island. That's it. I love the fact they crash at a random island and it happens to be full of terrorists.
Of course.
What are the chances?
It's perfect, you know.
I have watched
recent.
far
go
too
on, sorry,
many.
Biff.
I have watched so many films this year. It's hard to remember a lot of them, even though I'd log most of them on Letterboxd.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, so
I should start doing that.
You should, because it's very fun to look at how much crap you watch. Like, apparently I've only watched 169 films this year, but I don't think that's true.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Seems like a lot.
Good lord.
I'm sure. Yeah, my numbers are highly inflated because of YOMP.
Yeah, I watched 3 films yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 films on Saturday.
Wow.
1 on Friday, 1 on Thursday, 2 on Wednesday. Yeah. So my head is
movies.
my head is very full of shit.
But you also don't want to talk about bring any of them up. None of them resonated with you in a good or bad
all
way.
of them, loads of them did. Like in the last week, 3 of them, other than Feeders, resonated with me. There was Freaky Friday from 1976. Love it.
Oh,
what the hell?
So fucking good. That's my mum's favourite film.
Okay.
So it's like we have it on all the time. Sammy the Way Out Seal. It's about a seal. These boys find a seal and they take it home and they put it in the bath and they feed it salmon and it swims around in the swimming pool and then they take it back.
Fuck.
I watched The Viewing, which is that Cabinet of Curiosities one. Have you seen it, Simon? It's so fucking good.
I really love it. It's my favourite by far.
That is
it's
my
so
favourite.
Good. It looks so good. It's
beautiful.
Oh my god.
The music.
Just people hanging out and doing drugs.
Yeah, it's got Peter Weller in it. I remembered his name this time.
Yeah.
It's not Paul Weller,
good.
that one.
No.
I watched Grave of the Vampire. That was fucking hilarious. It's a 1972 bullshit. Sorority Babes in the Slime Ball Bowl-orama. Not very good, unfortunately.
Oh man.
Yeah. I also watched Logan's Run recently as well.
Oh,
which is
Christ.
great. Night Beast is... I don't even want to start talking about that because I love it so
Logan's
much.
Run, is that like the original sort of Blade Runner type vibe? I can't remember.
It's they live in like this this utopia in inverted commas in this big building, and when you reach 30 you go to the
G-Star
carousel.
Games.
Yeah, you go to the carousel, you get fucking... They believe you ascend, but really they just fucking kill you. And then Logan is told, you need to intercept these runners. You need to find out where they're going because people run away. You need to figure out what's going on with them. So he becomes a runner, in inverted commas, to infiltrate them. And he figures out that, actually, they've got the right idea. And he runs off, he escapes, and he ends up in Washington, D.C. with a man who has hundreds of cats with him, and it's great. And then they go and blow it up.
And he visits a library.
Yeah, he visits the library. It's really good. I watched Humanoids from the Deep, which is just like there's ladies with their tits out and there's monsters everywhere. I
What's
watched
this one called? Sorry, what's that one called?
Humanoids from the Deep.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. If you want any more like films with women with their tits out, I can give you an extensive list. Alligator was great. That's like Jaws, but better because they don't have any of that fucking faffing around. Like,
unbelievable! Come on, Soph.
it's constant action.
Well, save some for next year's Yomp.
They don't.
You're gonna use them all up.
Lewis, they don't want to talk to me about the movies that I love. They want to talk to me about Hugh fucking Jackman.
Look, the audacity of this bitch. This was your pick. Today, we were talking about your pick.
Yeah, we
for
were.
the Christmas list.
Sort of, vaguely.
Sorry, we didn't love it as much as you.
The issue
I
is
understand.
the dice always lands on my fucking films. Like, I don't know why.
We had an audience pick, we've had a G pick, and we've had a Sophie pick for Christmas. I'm the one who's not had a Christmas pick yet. Okay?
Oh, no.
I'm the one who should be angry.
Merry Christmas, ball bag.
It's, that
was a great line from that film.
Christmas is about giving. And
It is.
I am happy
Yeah.
to have given limited
Lewis is a
amounts
giver.
of my time to this podcast.
Honestly, this is the best present that Lewis actually showed up.
Oh,
Can
fuck.
we summarise our final thoughts about Feeder's 2 sleigh bells?
I certainly
Booth.
can.
Yes.
Is your mouth empty?
Well, yes. Okay.
Great.
So I wrote down, it's fucking flawless, laugh a minute riot, very festive, great effects. I wrote down 8.5 out of 10, but then I scribbled it out and wrote 9 out of 10.
Oh, wow. Fuck's sake. You really thought about this way too much, I feel
I
like.
love this film.
Flawless.
This film is the
Flawless.
It is exactly what I like about films. I was sitting there just cracking up. All right, I was laughing.
Okay.
The music's great. The effects are very good because they're funny. It's funny, and that's why I like it because it's so bad
Right.
it's good. It's really good. And
British Showman 0. Feeder's 2 sleigh bells 9 out of 10.
I think that epitomises this podcast so well, though.
Jesus.
Well, what was that quote? That it was like G-Star Games, like sort of like the mainstream good films. Simon brings all the gems, the unheard of ones, a little bit underground, and Booth is the cellar goblin that scrapes the bottom of the diaper.
Yeah.
Something like
Very
that.
apt.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Very apt.
G-Star Games. What are your final thoughts and your rating of Feeder's 2 sleigh bells?
Oh god, this one's hard. It's just doesn't feel like a movie to me because obviously it feels very homemade, and that's saying something considering we've seen like 3 Neil Breen movies. It was obviously made around like the late 90s, so I mean, props to them in certain aspects. You don't have
but recent enough to know better.
In what sense?
Well, it's not that long ago. I mean, God, like they were making like Jingle All the Way like a couple of years before. There's like
I watched that with you, Lewis, didn't I?
yeah, it was. I had a lovely
couple of
time
years
watching
ago.
that.
Jingle All the Way
Yeah,
is
love Jingle All
so
the Way.
good. I love that
Why did
film.
Why didn't we watch that movie? God.
It's on the list. It is
It
on
was
the
on the
list.
list.
Okay,
Yeah.
I agree with G in this. Like, I don't think it is a movie, so it doesn't even deserve a rating.
That's good. You didn't watch it.
Oh god.
It's safer just to not give it a rating.
Yeah.
Shit! But that means the average rating will be 9 if we don't do anything, G.
Oh my god.
Yay! Happy Christmas, everybody.
I don't know.
I don't think Lewis can't rate it because he hasn't watched it.
How do you rate your holiday with my mum?
Oh, I'd give that a 9 out of 10. That was a 10.
Yay.
A 10 out of 10.
I think
don't
she'd say the
think-
same as
I
well.
don't think I don't think it could have been better.
Oz
Oh.
wouldn't be able to remember the holiday enough to give it a rating, I think. But
It just went. It was just so like the four of us were just such a good. It had such a good dynamic. You know, it meant that there was never. We could always get taxis. We could always get tables. I mean, if we'd like had one more, it would have just like ruined the whole thing. You know.
Oh,
like,
thanks.
What a thing to say.
Yeah. So I'm saying
Oh,
that.
Sophie.
So
it's okay.
So what I'm saying is, you're not invited next time. You can come though, Simon. You know.
Thanks.
Yeah, there's always room. Always
My
room
mum
for
would
one
love
more.
Simon. Honestly,
Oh
you two
my
should
God.
just go on holiday with my mum without us. Like,
Yeah,
just,
Simon and your mum should just go together. That would be brilliant.
Yeah.
We send a camera crew though, because the sparks of
Send a camera crew.
right?
It's not a
Okay.
holiday anymore.
I do have a really nice bit of trivia for you guys. I first showed
We're not on.
no.
But
I
okay.
first showed my mum the Yogscast, right? The videos. I showed them the real, the live action. Was it Surviving the First Night?
It was,
where
no,
you
it was
went
Don't Starve challenge.
Don't Starve challenge. I showed her
Yes,
that.
she mentioned it.
She loved it so much, and she
Yes.
kept referring to you guys as my friends back then. When I was showing her that, she was
Oh.
like, "Show me your friends on the internet again." I was like, "They're not my friends, Mum."
But now we are.
Not
Now you
yet.
are. Not yet.
Oh. Gee, what rating do you give Feeders 2?
Oh, I don't know. It's,
You can give it a
it's
0. I don't feel bad. I bet you're giving it a 0.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's an okay thing that exists. I don't really know what like rating to give it. It feels
5
like
out of 10. Okay.
It feels like it's about between a 1 and a 2 for me. I don't
right.
know. Maybe a 1. I'm sorry, Biff. I love you. Don't hate me.
Yeah, I love
1
it.
out of 10. 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
I feel like these are the fucking reviews on any website that you go to that reviews this fucking movie. Though it either gets
Pretty
1 out of
much.
10 or 9 out of 10. There's no middle ground.
Yeah, I mean, the top comment on the YouTube video for this movie is, please never delete this. It helps my mental health.
But that's great. That's very
yeah.
positive. I gave it 1 out of 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Love the sounds the aliens make. Love the theme song.
Hate everything else?
I think. Well, the thing is, I thought Pass Through was like the lowest point that Yomp was gonna get to, but then we watched this. But I don't know. There is a certain charm to just some mates making a dumb movie, and I did not enjoy it. And in particular, the fucking 6-minute long flashback that's the first movie is unforgivable. Having that kind of shit in your film. I'm sorry,
mean,
Sophie. I apologize.
It gives context, I guess, if you hadn't seen the first one. But, like, I hadn't seen the first one, and whatever context they were giving with the guy with the long hair and that flashback, I feel like I don't need to see the first one, because, like, I know...
You
I have-
certainly
I
do
have
not need
enough-
to see the first one, G.
That's
there's
great.
no risk of that happening,
You've
Boof. Don't
saved
worry.
like 70 minutes of your life by not watching that first film. Think of all the things you can do with that time that's freed up now.
Yeah, like, yeah. It's fine. It's an okay thing, but I know why Boof loves these films. I know. I can understand why she thinks they're great.
Yeah.
And I respect that. If it makes Boof happy, then
You know how Lady was ice skating or roller skating or whatever and like banged her face and lost her sense of smell?
Mhm.
Did a similar thing happen with you, Sophie, and you lost your taste in movies?
My sense of taste. It was a lot. It was a long, slow bludgeoning process. I
Maybe
think.
she gained a taste in movies that
Honestly,
we don't
I think-
have, though.
I think it's like I've
It's a
suddenly got
beautiful
ESP.
If you
Well,
can
'cause I'm-
enjoy, like, imagine if you bought some really crappy knockoff custard creams for 35p. They were horrible.
We had
garbage.
Yeah, we
cheap
had some of
ones.
those in the office. They were
Right.
awful. Yeah.
But if you can take enjoyment from those, wouldn't that be a blessing, not a curse?
I would love for you guys to come around
Oh.
my house and just see all the stuff that I take joy in that nobody else does.
Yeah.
You know, I have
But we
this.
should be
The cats.
jealous. We should be jealous of you, not
You should.
sympathetic.
I love crap, don't I?
there's
I just
something
absolutely
for
fucking love it.
everyone. There is literally something for everyone. Like something that someone thinks is terrible, another person is going to think it's God's gift to Earth.
We don't have to defend Sophie's terrible taste in movies and this really bad film. This objectively bad film.
I do think my brain is slightly broken, though. I have synesthesia, so
many of us are broken-brained.
The purpose of this
the
purpose of this movie, I guess, was to make a bad movie that's so bad it comes around to being good again. And I think that you can see that working, whereas we just see a bad movie made badly.
You'll see straight lines and you see a horseshoe.
Yeah, and I'm looking
like
at...
G without her glasses on.
Yeah, and I'm looking at things like Heat, and I'm going, when does it get good? Like, when does something happen? What is this? And
Where's the rubbery puppet?
Where's the rubbery puppet of Al Pacino going, she's got a great ass?
Right.
She got a great ass!
We'll forward your complaints onto Hugh Jackman and make sure they add garbage puppets into the next...
You fucking tell him. You fucking tell him. All right?
Will do.
I'll fight him.
Yeah.
Sophie, have you got any... What, G, what are you saying?
Why do you sound so angry?
What are you saying?
I think he wants to end the podcast.
G, what are you doing?
It's like,
G,
wrap this up.
Why are you doing this to me, G?
I'm sorry. Go,
what are you going to say?
No, I was just going to say the thing that I'd watched recently was a TV show. I mean, Apple TV actually has quite a few bangers. Severance is one of them. Very good.
I do like Severance.
Oh, it's good. Very good. And then there's another one called
This
Silo.
is dangerous territory. To branch into... It's not Tomp, is it? It's not,
no, but we're talking about...
Television old movie podcast.
We're talking about stuff that we've watched that's good. I couldn't think of any movies, okay? But I would recommend YOMP. I would recommend...
Me too.
I would recommend Severance.
I recommend the Triforce podcast, obviously, on Apple.
Yeah, Triforce on Apple.
Love that.
Good segue. And the other one was called Silo.
Oh, yes, Silo. Yeah, it's okay.
Silo is very good. Would highly recommend it.
Is it about someone getting sucked into a grain silo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like you see the rats and birds get sucked in.
You would like this, Simon. It's got Rebecca Ferguson in it.
I do like Rebecca Ferguson. That's true.
Beautiful Swedish nightingale.
Swedish.
Swedish. It's about people who are living in the confines of a silo. The outside looks like a desolate shithole wasteland.
Yeah, it's like a Fallout side quest.
Is it set in Australia today? In the real world?
No, maybe in like the sticks. But yeah, it's good. It's got a lot of mystery to it, and it's based on books, and the books are very cool. So
great. Okay, Sophie, have you got any cool trivia about the movie Feeders 2 Sleigh Bells?
Not really. We can just go home if you want to.
Have you not found any little nuggets about this?
Not really. No. Like,
okay.
I know that the first one was filmed in 4 days.
There's another low-tax quote that said about Feeders 2. He said, "Once you watch this video, every single event in your life that follows will be infinitely more enjoyable, from family funerals to serving jail time for manslaughter."
Oh my god, dude!
Truth story.
There is also the script is credited to Storm Anderson, who is not a real person. That's Mark Polonia, who is Alan and the director in this film.
Okay.
I don't know how much.
What I found.
I don't know what the budget was. I don't know what the taking was of this particular one, because the first one was $500.
Let's work it out. 8,000 VHS sent to a Blockbusters, right? They probably paid like 50. I can't. It's not how much. How much are they paying royalty? $5 maybe. Yeah, each. So 5 times 8, $40,000. Not bad.
Nice.
Yeah. They didn't spend that on this movie. It's probably about the same as the last movie. It doesn't look any better. Doesn't look any worse. So probably about $500.
And then they got the double feature DVD
Yeah.
sent out.
They're probably
yeah.
still making a living off of the residuals from the Feeders franchise
Mm-hmm.
in their big mansions.
Well, one of them's in a grave now, so
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Well, that
So,
means the other one gets double.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like if either me or Lewis died, you know? With the other one, we get all the Yogscast money.
This is actually true.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's amazing that
Okay.
you're both not like hiding little bits of poison in the Tonic's tea cake, the M&S tea cake that you've got, and this is why Simon keeps getting the wrong orders through, because Lewis is messing with him, and it's like gaslighting. But
Oh my god, I'm slowly trying to poison him.
yeah.
I keep leaving Snickers bars around the office just in case Lewis just fancies
Oh
one.
my god! Stop. He's allergic to nuts.
Oh, they
man.
do look nice. You know, I've never had one of these before.
maybe I'll be all right this
Could
time.
happen. Could happen. Okay, well, I guess that's the budget and box office covered. We don't really know. But do you think this would make a good video game,
No.
Yes.
Lewis?
No. What? How? No.
End of story.
What?
It's like a first-person shooter, and you're Santa, and you've got the ray gun, and you're shooting the aliens.
That'd be
with it.
pretty
If
good.
Santa was the main protagonist, that'd be pretty cool.
I could see it as a kind of shit VHS style, like Cuphead, only with that shit VHS style. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
You know, it's got its own, that 90s look, you know, does work. But
Santa
Side
shooting
scroller.
aliens, saving little kids, and he says to the little kids, "All you have to do is hey."
Oh, really? What is-
Hey!
All you have to do is.
yeah.
Exactly.
Sure.
Sophie.
Leave. I've had enough.
Lewis, where can people find more of you?
Well, wherever. It's if you're listening to Yomp and you only have ever listened to this podcast, you should consider listening back to the old Simon's Peculiar Portions podcast.
You actually
Oh.
should. They're very, very good. I love
We're gonna have a
them.
Christmas special. By
we
the way,
are. We're going to do
spoilers.
a
Oh.
Christmas special,
Yeah,
bringing it back.
right.
They said they put it in the live stream schedule, and I was like, I don't think me and Simon can handle doing this for 3 hours. Maybe we could do like an hour of it and then something else. Because it's very tiring doing podcast with only two of you. You know, when you've got three,
is.
it's like a bit takes the pressure off. You know, you can scratch
It
your
does.
ass while the others two are chatting away, pick your nose.
Tyrion can go and answer the door or just disappear for like
exactly.
forever,
Yeah.
and Sips can just go and fucking do whatever, play a game.
Yeah, makes it more easy.
It does.
What about,
In that vein, Lewis also is on the Triforce podcast, which has been going for a number of years, and I think that's really cool.
Thanks, Booth. It is great that it's still going. I can't believe it,
It's
honestly.
like over 500 episodes now, isn't it?
Jesus.
It's sort of got to the point, though, where we just have the same conversations like old men. We've forgotten that we talked about stories before. It's on loop now. Yeah.
It's great for me who has a really bad memory of things as well.
Because you don't hear
Yeah,
All right.
well, no, because it's like it's an old person podcast for old people. So basically, like you forget that you've talked about it, and listeners forget that they've listened to it. So
It's an
kind
old person podcast for old people.
yeah,
Triforce.
Yeah.
Simon and Lewis have also been on Mystery Quest recently, which is a YouTube channel that
that
you
was
do
really
like
fun.
role-playing
Yeah.
games. So that's another place Lewis and Simon are, which is really
Yes.
cool.
True. And I'm doing games, miniatures gaming as well. We just did a sharp, you bleeding bastard.
Bunch of bleeding bastards.
Yeah, we did a Sharp reenactment in miniature, which was fucking awesome. I used to love watching Sharp when I was a kid. Watch him
Good.
swashbuckle around.
Yomp
You know,
on that.
you were guaranteed to get someone being stabbed or someone being shot, and occasionally a pair of tits. You know.
Yeah, he loves, he gets his pork cutlass out and
Good old
some
Sharp.
action inside of a tent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a romp. So yeah, definitely enjoyed that.
Sophie, do you have your webcam and dice?
Oh, I do. I do. All right. Let me just clear the biscuits out of the way. Right. And where's my dice gone? It's around us. There it is. There it is.
We're going to see what Bryony is going to watch.
Okay, so let me find my webcam and
So the first roll is to see what number in the lists it'll be. And it's interesting because we've watched a film that's second, third, and fourth in the list. So if you roll a 2 or 3 or a 4, then we don't have to do a second roll. We know what the other film's going to be.
Ooh, right. I'm just gonna see if I can get this camera working because she ain't mooting up. It's not recognizing it, which is always fantastic news. I can roll it and take a picture for you.
For fuck's sake.
Sure.
That
I can
isn't
just
proof
tell
of
you.
anything, though. You might as well just
Listen,
just roll.
right. I've got a great idea. Okay.
Okay.
This is just gonna be our sort of like makeshift thing. If I find Simon in WhatsApp, Simon Lane. Okay, and then I do a video call.
Wait, is this also me going to be on camera?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it
hello.
is.
No, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna roll this dice, and you can just look at it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Fucking
All right,
hell,
just-
this is very elaborate.
2.
I'll turn you down.
That
some.
means it's going to be Rare Exports A Christmas Tale, because the other one's gone. Feed Us 2, we just watched that.
Okay.
So, that's my pick. That's worked out
Hooray!
perfectly. Thank you,
Woo!
Sophie.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
I'll hang up now.
Okay. I don't know how you...
There you go.
Okay, there we go. Thank you. That's my pick. How is that? That couldn't have worked out better. We're going to be watching 2 good and 2 bad. We watched a G pick, a Sophie pick, a Simon pick, and an audience pick. It couldn't have worked out better.
This one looks good.
It is good.
What
That's
is
why
it?
it's on the nice list.
I forgot already.
It
What the
is Rare
fuck?
Exports, A Christmas Tale from 2010.
Okay.
I just
It's a
saw a
fucking banger.
screenshot from one of them, and that is horrifying. This looks like a horror
Oh,
movie.
it's finished.
It is a horror movie and it's Finnish. So enjoy
Fab.
that.
Right, I'm all for this.
Couldn't be
I love
more
Finland.
Christmassy. I'm going to have to let Bryony know. That's her film.
Oh
Oh,
my
Bryony.
god, Bryony's gonna be so sad. I feel like she'd probably want
do you mean?
something nice and cuddly. And
What,
this
like
is like
Feed Us too? Like, what's the
Yeah.
fucking...
Oh, you fucking set him off again. You fucking set him off again.
No, I meant like, a nice, heartwarming, Christmas movie. Like the Muppets. She would have loved the Muppets, probably.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
probably
Well, Berber
seen it
got
to
that,
death,
so-
though.
Yeah.
It's best to get out of your comfort zone. That's the whole point of this, right? Watch something
Yeah.
you wouldn't watch normally or don't watch, I
And you
guess.
didn't watch it, Lewis. You didn't watch those films. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I should be grateful that you even showed up. So thank you.
You should.
Thank you for
Thank
joining
you,
us,
our benevolent
Lewis
leader.
Brindley.
Really
the
Really
Oscars.
appreciate
your
it.
present.
Yeah, you're fucking
Thank you.
welcome. You better be grateful.
There we go.
I've complained the whole time. I'm like, how long is this going to go on for? I've got to have my lunch.
All right.
Buy me
then.
lunch.
Go and have your spinach and pineapple.
I will. Thank you. Well,
Would you
actually,
like-
God, I've been stuffed all-inclusive restaurant place all week. Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy.
Is that why Lady
Crazy.
just loved the buffet and stuff? She was just
Yeah,
like,
God,
yeah.
I've never done all-inclusive, but Lady was really hitting that buffet. Everyone was.
Oh my god.
It's so funny. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm going to go. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
joining us, Lewis.
All right, bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye, Lewis.
Bye.
I heard the feeders noise.
Merry Christmas, ball bags. That was it.
It doesn't come across. Okay. All right. Say goodbye to the listeners. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. Merry Christmas.
A very happy Christmas, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of YOMP, and especially very Christmas wishes to our top tier yompers. Enki, I'm a Robot, Lawrence, Luck, Native Blood, Scott, and Sleepy Deej. You are so good that I hope Santa left you a little orange in a stocking for you. And not a bit of coal. Although, actually, a bit of coal isn't that bad sometimes. If you want to join our Patreon, we have our Patreon. It's it's patreon.com/yompcast, and you can join at any tier, and we do notes, and we do shout outs, and we do bonus episodes, and we do all sorts. So I hope to hear you next week, because that's how this works. It's like a telephone now. I can hear you. Okay, bye.